Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. Scholars, it is I, Mr. Gaming Counselor. The counselor encourages you to have critical thinking and to avoid being, doormats to the billion-dollar corpo overlords. That's right. Give you that guidance to be a better version of yourself. Today, we are live again. We're continuing the pay train. My nose is so itchy. I don't know why I want to go there. We are going to talk about more about marathon. Specifically, we're going to see some funny moments. Okay, there it is. Woo! Do a line of cocaine, but it's not cocaine. It's actually just me scratching my nose. Let's talk about this. I'm going to keep shilling my own video out for a week. Check it out. I spent way too much damn time on Halo Campaign Evolved, the brutally honest review. Give it a like, even if you don't like it. Play it in the background, even if you don't enjoy it. Just show it some love. That's all I ask. Show it some love. Share it. All that jizz. Do all that. All right. Thank you. Now, Marathon has not been doing well. And we just did a video previously reacting to Sony's earnings. And we say earnings because they didn't say shit about earnings. And something that needs to be talked about is this information right here. In that earnings, Outsider had mentioned this, or whoever it was in chat that had mentioned that, pointed this out. That needs to be, when we're talking about Marathon, notice how Sony themselves specifically state MLB The Show and Helldivers, now in its third year since release, continue to contribute steadily to revenue. Whereas Marathon is its own little sentence, and it has nothing about profitability and success. All it states is retention and acquiring new players. But if it was a financial success, it would be up here. If it was actually contributing to any revenue, it would be right here. But it's not, because let's be honest, Marathon is a financial failure and it's not successful. Who gives a shit if 5 dudes are constantly playing the game and you get 5 more dudes? It's still not successful. So that was interesting, worth pointing out. Now, we're going to look through I love looking through these. I don't give a shit what's being said here. I love looking at Reddit for Marathon. Why has Marathon collected more haters than players? I've been playing since the beta slam. I've been witness to all of it. I knew this genre was an acquired taste, not for everyone, and I can certainly see this game hasn't retained a lot of players. I understand with Bungie's announcing they wouldn't be continuing supporting Destiny 2, it ignited an entire community of haters because their favorite game was dying for a niche extraction shooter. But that generally doesn't seem like a reasonable justification for the size of communities that are just outright seethed at the thought of this game continuing to exist. I can only equate the level of negativity and contempt to snark community at this point. There are several anti-Marathon subs at this point. Is there several? I thought there was one. The game is treated like High Guard. Oh, that's right. The High Guard is also another Marathon hate. I've got to go look at that. Concord or Anthem, except people had good reasons to be angry with the developer or dislike each of these titles. Marathon was never a rug pull. Anthem wasn't a rug pull either. You do realize how long Anthem ran before it shut down, right? Wasn't the prior year that it finally, like 7 years it was running or something like that? Like what? Marathon was never a rug pull. The game had plenty of content launched. No, it didn't. For a vast majority of players. And it's a high quality product. No, it's not. My only gripe, it was a high quality product. They wouldn't be experimenting and trying to change the basic of what the fucking game is. And 2, there's barely any content in the game. The maps are small. There's nothing of substance. My only gripe with the game is the performance at launch for high-end PCs. Overall, I just find it really hard to believe the game gets such a disproportionate amount of hate solely because Destiny players are upset. That's not why. That's not why. If you think the Destiny player population accounts for the mass gaming audience, you are, well, let's just say when it comes to your intelligence,
what am I supposed to do for you?
What can we do about it other than put you in a padded box? Did the game just become something to laugh at because Bungie Sony took heavy losses on the? No, it was something to laugh at when it was announced. I feel like the total size of the anti-marathon crowd is twice the size of the total number of people that have touched. No, you're wrong, because it's like quadruple thousands the size of who's actually playing the game at this point. 90% of it is due to Destiny 2. They can't even get it straight, bro. That is not Destiny 2 is not the reason why it has haters or why people dislike it. Like, even before Destiny End of Service was announced, the gaming audience didn't like this game. We have to big smokes of cope. I love moments like this. As expected, there will be no third application attempt. Appreciate the consideration. Welcome, Gizos. Status declined. This is another Maribot, and it's always satisfying when things like this happen. You are a Maribot that even Bungie doesn't want to fucking mess with when they deny you as a creator. They want fucking nothing to do with you. That is how these people are. It's GG over. You're such a fucking loser that even Bungie doesn't want to fucking touch you twice. That is embarrassing when you are that much of a Maribot and not even Bungie wants you in their program. Holy shit, get fucked. What do we got here? Oh yeah. First ever warning on any Bungie game since Halo 3, but not liking Adam Sandler politically. The title says it all. So this person is getting a warning about first ever warning on Bungie games since Halo 3 by not liking Adam Sandler politically. Just a little rant doing with maybe getting some input from the community. This has never happened to me since I started playing Bungie games in general since Halo 3, the first online multiplayer game for me. Honestly, I'm legitimately surprised I got landed on this. I was playing with a homie in Perimeter. First time back in some PvE, PvP. We're discussing early 90s and ironically sexism and racism on there and how casually it was in movies. I point out Adam Sandler's movies did not specifically age well as they are heavily misogynistic. Oh my God. Misogynistic. Misogynistic. I can say the word, but I love that people like shut the fuck up. These people, everything's misogynistic. Shut the fuck up. I don't think I get a warning from that. I'm waiting for someone to say some shit like that about how Tropic Thunder is racist. Shut the fuck up. But from a joke. I don't think I got a warning from that, but from a joke. Verbatim said, Uncut Gems is such a great movie. It almost makes me forgive him for being low-key Zionistic. I would have understand a warning if I made a joke about his religious beliefs and culture, but Zionism does not have ties to Judaism or the general Jewish faith and people, whatever. Listen. I'm not going to read the rest, but when you start having moderation like this and you're playing with friends or you're playing solo, which I think there's another one where someone got banned for having their mic on when they said some shit. Moderation should not be in video games when it comes to proximity. You can't be like, yo, we want proximity chat. Oh, really? Gives it to you and then makes it to where you can't even say, specific things when they're moderating you. You can speak, but you can speak only the way we want you to speak. Like, bitch, I live in America. Fuck you. I'm going to talk and say whatever I want. Even if you don't like it. And guess what? People say some heinous shit that I don't agree with, but you know what? It's their American right. Pop the fuck off. People can say the most racist shit ever, and you know what? That's their American right. I agree that they should be able to say whatever the shit they want, unless it's something that's a threat to someone's life and, all those, shouting bomb in a movie theater. There's obviously strict. But if someone wants to be a racist piece of shit, you know what? It is my American right to be a piece of shit to them. It is my American right to make fun of them and talk shit about them. You fight your American, freedom with American freedom, baby. You don't moderate and lock it down. I don't want some commie bastard shit in my video games. Take that commie anti-First Amendment bullshit out of here. I'd never have a friend that would bring up these stupid issues. That's another thing. It is funny. You've got people who are literally the most probably sensitive, soft little bitches in gaming. Oh my God, the movie offended me. Oh my God, it offended me. Adam Sandler offended me. And then they get banned, which is funny as fuck that happened. That the whole point of this system is to protect the little sissies, and they're banning the little sissies for even talking about the bare minimum. And yes, they are sissies. If I can go to a Walmart and have some random dude be racist as fuck in my vicinity and I can't moderate them, then there's no fucking way that anyone should be able to come to my video game and moderate whatever the fuck is being said. Fuck that. Listen, I don't want to become a shithole like the UK, where they arrest you for every goddamn thing they don't like. A bunch of sissies in the government over there. There's a reason why they lost the Revolutionary War. Take that L. Apparently the UK's been taking L's ever since, but you know, freedom, baby. America, we have our own problems, but damn, I'm glad we have freedom of speech. But yeah, even your own fans are getting fucked. Old Craig, we love going to the circus and watching the clowns dance around. TT Mystify. Agreed. Cupcakes. Yeah, well, that's a good way to call it, cupcakes. That's like the PG cupcakes. Marathon haters be like, I wish this game was Helldivers, but with casual PvP like Destiny and friendly co-op like Arc Raiders. Also a camping like Halo, but sexualized characters like Marvel Rivals. Either get a job at Bungie or go play those other games. Damn. It is funny because there is no AC in the UK. God bless America. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if you live in the UK, no hate to you, just your government that is censoring you. I find this funny because I don't see anyone fucking talking about, maybe PvE, but I don't see anyone talking about this. So this just feels very disingenuous in order to try to make yourself look good or to make your, people disagreeers disagree with you. But I think it's even funnier when you tell someone to go get a job. Bro, you talk about, you're a washed analyst talking about how people, talk about Steam charts. Go get a job as an analyst and prove yourself, because damn, you talk so damn much about what other people are doing, but you don't even do what you're saying to do. Also, it's amusing for you to go tell people to go play other games when you spend so much damn time talking about Marathon and your ass isn't even playing it. Take your own advice. Stop being a whiny little bitch. Stop being a clown in the circus. Go play your game. Don't tell other people what they should do when your ass isn't even playing the game in the first place. Then we got Jay Viper, no game former analyst. He is. By the way, again, a reminder, old Craig over here, after he got made fun of for being a former analyst, dropped the former, and now it says analyst, but we all know he's washed. No game is happier than Halo Campaign Evolved came out and looks like a flop than Marathon. But don't worry, I'm here to let you know that Marathon is struggling massively and is already... Thank you, Jay Viper. You're doing the Lord service. Those accounts that are Steam Watch the channel. That's what they Steam Watch. But it did something. It's no fucking way, bro. There is no fucking way. Holy shit. But it did something, guys. I'm poking a stick. It did something. It moved, guys. I'm poking the dead corpse of a stick. It moved. Look, it moved, guys. It moved. The most insignificant point, but it did something. It stayed slightly higher for like another hour. That's a win. Bungie Bros, Marathon is over. Heaven forbid if English is your second language. Source below. Wait. Pointing out the biggest concern for months If you refuse to Bungo being, so this is from the r/r/r/ marathon hate. If you refuse to mic up, just know you're literally throwing because you're shy. So this is, by the way, we always talk about how Marathon's community is also killing its game. So here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If you refuse to mic up, just know you're literally throwing because you're shy. Hate to say it, but mics make a major difference. If you're not using them, you're going to lose. Use your mic and pings. Begging for a mic cue. Why is barely anyone using mic and trios? How does Bungo look at people wanting more mics and then say, let's make everyone scared to use them with AI because of AI? This is what happened when Call of Duty, this happened with Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. Yeah, when you start moderating, no one's going to want to fucking get banned because they said some shit. They're just going to go Discord. Honestly, that's what I would do. Fuck their in-game censors. You could do far more damage to Marathon by talking about its actual problems. Its crossplay imbalance, controller aimbottery. Didn't they nerfed that, right? No real matchmaking or SBM because of the compiler AA making it impossible to have an SBM. Ladders being janky. There's a lot to pick from, and you're right. You could do a lot of damage, but we're just specifically talking about the people in Marathon. But I would say that I would absolutely say that the Marathon community is partaking in damaging the reputation of the game. Again, another perfect example. I say this every time. These people get so upset and they focus more on the negativity themselves than actually the positive. They always have to talk about it. So sick of being 90% of Marathon content I see on YouTube. This guy with 1 million subs didn't play any priority contracts. Said it's disconnected from the original trilogy. Plot twist, it is. Started in solo vault breaker mode. Easier to make generic engagement bait slot shitting on the game rather than actually using your frontal lobe than playing it. It's funny. It's so kind of you to post the link to the video. I will never understand people because you're posting the link directly to the video so that more people will engage with it, which is only going to help the person making the video. You are spreading the thing. You are encouraging hate watching. Hey, don't worry. They're listening. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Mystify, you're right. They are listening. It's their AI that's listening to you talk. So when you say some shit, they ban you. Thanks, Bungie. But I find this funny. Marathon is an IQ test for humanity. The most unintelligent people will spend their time hate watching content that is negative toward Marathon, and then will continue to spread said content that they're upset about on the internet so that other people will consume that content, which then continues the cycle of consuming content. Like, I will never understand hate watching unless you're making content out of it, which this person I don't think is. Imagine, and it's always funny using your frontal lobe. Let me encourage you, Zenith. Use your frontal lobe. You stop and think. I'm gonna do the invincible meme. Think, Mark. Think. Do you really think you're gonna stop this negativity if you continue to spread it and harp on it? Do you think you're gonna change people's opinions by posting about it? No. Use your frontal lobe, bro. You are hate watching. You are encouraging it. You are showing it. If you don't like it, don't consume it. Don't acknowledge it. Move the fuck on. By the way, instead of, bitching about 90% of it being negativity, why don't you make positive content yourself? Shut the fuck up and do something about it. But they don't, which is why we laugh and react to it, because these people, the game, they don't even play the game themselves. The game they play is the game that we play. We react to them reacting. And they love to react to the negativity. They live on it. They thrive on it. I almost feel like Marabots love the negativity. They thrive in it. They're like, oh my God, yes, talk about Marathon more. Negativity, I love it. Oh yes, I want it. Please put it in my mouth. Like that's them right there. The game is generally bad. If it taught me to never purchase another Bungie game, like a lot of it's good, but hey, but boy, does it have some foul stuff with its core systems or lack of systems. I did a Brutally first impressions and thoughts on it. Any of my real opinions about Marathon or in that video where I give fair criticism throughout. They're Hades. These bots mostly overreact just by the title alone without ever watching the video. That has been proven. We've seen that based on multiple people. Even Scaro9, you know, Bungie's biggest shill, reacted entirely to a title, and the article was actually pro Marathon and trying to encourage people to give it a shot, and he was bitching about it. Even their content creators are dumb as blocks. The community is more of a joke than the game. The community of Marathon is the biggest joke, and it's like going to the circus and watching the clowns. You don't actually give a shit about the game itself. You give a shit about the clowns in the circus. Another voice moderation. Anyone else getting absurd voice moderation warnings? No, but the only thing I like to say are GG, nice shot, and selling these fine hand gathered diodes. Okay. But yeah, we're going to see more and more of these people getting moderated, and expect moderation should not be in video games like that. Like, I'm not saying moderation, I mean voice moderation. And here's why. Since the inception of time, even in the old Call of Duties, there is an option when someone's being a racist, vile piece of shit, mute. There are mute buttons. We have the technology. Come here. For all the sissies and the cupcakes and the losers in gaming, come here. Story time. Once upon a time, game companies came out with live service games. And when you didn't want to be partake into those Call of Duty, lobbies where people are shit talking each other, and you wanted to live in peace, you wanted to play in your natural habitat without hearing someone scream in your ear because they're a fucking 5-year-old. There was this beautiful bacon footage of people going up and looking at the players and seeing who was talking and hitting this button. Just like this. See what I did there? What's that? Mr. Gaming Counselor's talking a lot of shit. Wow, it's like magic. You're hearing racist piece of shit, then you hit the button. It's almost like God gave game developers the knowledge and understanding to use a fucking button that says mute, you big bitches. Holy shit. So the moderation in video games when it comes to proximity chat is called the mute button. Now, could you argue that the mute button should be easy and accessible and it should be quick and fast? Absolutely. You can make those arguments, but no one wants this shit. They even have a mute lobby button. Yes, exactly. So we had the technology since the early 2000s, since live service popped the fuck off. We don't need this moderation. It's asinine. It's cancer. It is the biggest baby back bitch shit I've seen. Get this shit out of video games. Constructive feedback with positive exchange between members of the community. Bury it. All right, so let's see what this from the website. Alpha tester. I'm possibly wrong, but to be truthful, this game needs an impactful overhaul in order to stay alive and support hundreds of workers. A change to the gameplay formula could do that. Here's a possible overhaul with mostly current assets. TDLR. Things must drastically be overhauled in the next 6 months to give the game one more shot. A PvP arena must be added for fun times and awards and training. We're going from a strategy shooter to Call of Duty. A focus on different game formula, cadence, PvE before PvP would be drastically enough to break through to people and change up the game's current gameplay perception and loop. The focus would remain in PvP with more PvE mixed throughout. to create a cohesive. I don't know what the statement was. It ends. I love the idea of an arena. What gets more players on board? Okay. So what happened? Bury it? What happened? Why? What? I'm not seeing what's going on. Source. Wait, what do you mean buried? Was it downvoted to the moon? Like, I'm so confused. Why was this buried? I don't get it, but it sounds like a fair back and forth. So this is one of those things that people post and I don't get it. Members of the marathon buried. I don't know. So we have this one. I love this one. If Marabot, if Marathon were to die, I'd never play another extraction shooter again because none of the ones out there today come close to it in terms of quality and artistic style. Well, yeah, because nothing else looks like it was made, in Roblox. That's the funny part. Of course, you wouldn't play anything else. Nothing looks like it was made between Roblox and Legos. Duh. I mean, Tarkov is probably the best extraction shooter on the market outside of Arc Raiders being more casual. Like, Tarkov is the premium hardcore extraction shooter. Then we have Tom Henderson. I'm sorry, but you're never going to grow a game by issuing a hotfix to a broken weapon 2 weeks later. So this was a response. This is again, you're seeing actual players enjoying the game, upset about Bungie's delayed reactions. So they're changing the vault thrower. They made changes and then now they're making more changes. I have genuinely no idea how it even got past your internal studio playtest. You need to get a community playtesting group before pushing out updates. This is extremely bad look for new players. And I love Tizzle. Tizzle, first time. Welcome to a Bungie game. Welcome. It's always hilarious to see this from Marathon community, people who've never played a Bungie game. Welcome to you are now getting the same service that we've had for years in Destiny. Congratulations. Generally, they may be the game's only hope. You will never convince the vast majority of controller users to love a PC genre like PvE, PvE. And people like me who played the game for 1K hours and into a higher level eventually hit the same conclusion. And the game is bad because of aim assist. Aim assist, like it should only be in COD. You know what? Austin, you're not the first person to actually mention aim assist being a problem. Wait, did we retype arena shit where death doesn't matter? Well, if they make an arena shooter, that the aim assist will help there. Do we react to one of your Twitter comments before about aim, or was it something in the official Marathon subreddit where they talked about aim assist on controller and they got banned? Like we reacted a couple days ago, maybe it was a couple days, maybe a week ago, where we saw people talking about aim assist being broken on controller. And people downvoted it the fuck back. Like or maybe that's what it was. It wasn't banned. They got downvoted. Like people absolutely hated that. But yeah, that's a conversation. Then we have I love Blueberry GGs. Destiny's down. They no longer have any value. So now they're just gonna continue to bait with Marathon. Remember how everyone kept using Arc Raiders as the benchmark for what a successful game it is? It looks like trash to Marathon. 10-year-old game in maintenance mode. I love, 60 IQ Twitter accounts that compare, didn't we have arguments about people saying you can't compare Marathon to Destiny because Marathon's not the same thing, so it's unfair? But what's even funnier is that if you were to go and compare, let's just do this now. We're gonna do it live. Let's compare. Let's be fair. If you're gonna do a comparison, let's compare. And then Arc Raiders. So if we look at the chart here, if we're being actually fair, here's Destiny. Or sorry, here's Arc Raiders. Here we are currently today. So here we are. This is today's. Destiny 94K. Arc Raiders 50. Marathon 14. Oh, sorry, July. I said today. This is just the month of July. So do you notice the fair comparison here? Destiny, yes, is still higher, but Arc Raiders for this month is kicking the ass out of Marathon. So when you have people who are being disingenuous and trying to be funny, or not funny, but they're trying to make a point, remind them this is the real point. Arc Raiders still doing better than Schlapathon. Who would have thunk and thought? So you're comparing to D2, like what's the relevance? Just saying Bungie? Not comparing, just putting numbers into perspective. Here is your perspective. I'm gonna just capture that for later and put that on Twitter because I'm an asshole. But anyways, yeah, it's always funny to me to see the copium from this community, and like I said, these people, even just the average fans of Marathon, are getting screwed over by the drastic change in the game. The over moderation in the mics is pushing people to not want to use mics. Good job, Bungie. Then you also have the fact that you're changing it from a PvP to PvE, and then people want like an arena shooter. So we're trying to turn into Call of Duty / Fortnite. Logged off Destiny 2 30 minutes ago. Thank you, Hades, for adding people. I don't know, maybe along with those remaining on Steam discussions and Marathon Discord as spamming for changes or input-based matchmaking. Yeah. All right, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And question to you, do you think that video games should moderate proximity chat or chat in general? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Huzzah!